Welcome back to this new Bits and Rage tutorial, and today we want to create a sci-fi city with geometry nodes. Let's jump right in. Okay, let's start here with the nearly fresh Blender scene. I already imported our Rust here. Yeah, first let's use this cube here, and we want to change this one here now to something like 15 by 0.1 and 7.5. Now we can go ahead and create a floor, which is a plane. So let's do this here really quick. Our floor has the scale of 10 by 10. And we want to push this a little bit back to -10. So it fits here to our cube. That will be here, the front wall. And we want to bool a hole in this one and put the window inside. But first we have to duplicate this wall here and bring this to the side 90 degrees, and I want to push this to -10, -5, and maybe let's scale this one a little bit up 25, because we want to put later here some lights in the scene, and we don't want to have some strange light here. So let's duplicate this one and bring this to 10, and that is our room here for now. So let's put all the stuff into a collection. Press M, new collection underscore room. Let's create here another one, which is the side, and the cylinder should be here. Let's change the X rotation to 90, and I want to scale this one up here to 3.1 by 3.1 by 1.5. Let's put this one a little bit up to 1.5, and now we can bool a hole here into our front wall. So let's select the cube, and we want to add here an add modifier boolean, and now we can here select in the object our cylinder, and now we have to hide this one. Ba-bam, and here we go. This is our hole for the window, and now we can go ahead and create the window. And we could easily create this one with some meshes, but I want to create this one in geometry nodes because it's a little bit easier to duplicate the stuff around. And let's have some fun with this one. So let's create a new one. Let's rename this to geometry node window. And now we can make a new one. This is the window. We need a curve cycle. And let's put this one here. And we need a curve to mesh. And we need a quadrilateral. Yeah. And let's put this one together here now. So let's go ahead. I want to put the curve circle into the curve, and I want to put the quadrilateral in the profile curve, and this one to geometry. Now we can see that here is something going on, but let's change here the settings. So we want to go with a resolution of 128 and a radius of 2, and then we have to change here the quadrilateral. So and we want to go with a width of 0.1 and a height 0.1 as well. Okay, this is the inner cycle of this window, but we have to transform this here. So let's add a transform. And I want to push this a little bit. Sorry, I want to push this a little bit into the Z axis. So 1.5 is the height here. and I want to rotate this to 90 degrees. So now it fits here in our bool hole. And yeah, let's add here another curve to mesh. Let's duplicate this here. So we can use here the curve cycle and the curve to mesh. So let's select this, Shift D, and yeah, let's put this here together. And we have to do this with a join geometry. So let's put this one here. And we can use here the quadricle because yeah, we want to use the same settings. So let's put this one here in. But now we want to change the radius here of our circle to 3. So here it fits here now. Now I want to have some stripes here in the window. We need a curve cycle because we want to have these stripes in a circle. And we need a cube, and we have to put the whole stuff together now. So let's do this really quick. We need another curve cycle. We need a cube, and we need a on points. Yeah, and let's put the whole stuff here together now. I want to put the curve into the instance on points, the cube on the instances, and let's put this one into the join geometry. Yeah, that's looking good here. And yeah, let's change here the curve cycle to 12 because we want to have 12 stripes here on our circle. If you want to have more or less, you can change the resolution, and I want to go with a radius of 2.8. Let's change the cube to something like 1.7, 0.1 and 0.1. So we have to rotate the whole stuff in the circle, and that's really easy to do because we want to use now, we only have to put here into the rotation a line Euler to vector, and here in the vector we have to use a normal node, and ta-da, that is looking better here right now. So that is our window. But as you can see, yeah, we used a cube here, or a we used a quadrilateral, but yeah, the shape looks a little bit round. And yeah, to have a kind of a edge here, we have to search for a set shade smooth node and put this one here in between. And when we deselect here or unselect here the shade smooth thing, then you can see that we are having a little bit more edge here going on. So as we can see, we have a little gap here, and to fix this we can increase here the radius of our outer circle to 3.1 and push the front wall here a little bit by pressing G and Y, and put a little bit the wall here to the front. So that looks a little bit better. And that is our window here now, and we have to set here a material node, set material node. And another thing is I want to have a little edge here on our window, and to do this we have to add here a bevel. But as you can see, the bevel works not on every object. For instance, here the cycles has a cycle here has a bevel, but these cubes here have no bevel. So to fix this, we can add here a realize instance, put this one in between, and now we can see that the bevel works on every object because when we're adding the realized instances, the geometry nodes are now one object. So let's change now the amount to 0.01. So now we're having here a tiny edge. Now let's create the futuristic city. And yeah, let's use for this one a plane. So let's bring in here a plane. And I want to put this a little bit here into the front. And now we have to go to the layout mode so we can see a little bit better. And I want to go here into the edit mode, and let's change this transform here from local to global. So we have global coordinates here now, and we can select here in the edit mode by pressing 1 here, the point mode, and select here the bottom points and bring them down here to 20. And I want to bring the upper part here to 230. Now let's press 7 on the numpad, and we want to select here the right side of the points and bring them to 100 and the other side to -100. Okay, that will be now our plane here. Now we want to add here the buildings on our plane with the Sci-Fi generator. So let's bring this one in. We have to go here into the futuristic city gen file. You can select one shape which you want to use. I want to select now this one here. Press Ctrl and C, and let's go back here into our scene. Press Ctrl and V, and now you can see here on the right side everything is now imported. We have to make a new collection, Sci-Fi Gen, and yeah, hide this here for now. But the one thing is that we have to put here the antenna collection and select all antennas and put them here in the sub collection. So let's hide this for now, and now we can bring in here a new modifier, which is the geometry nodes, and select the city gen. Yeah, let's change all the density stuff here to 0, so everything will not pick up later when we're adding here the stuff, because that will slow down the system if we are using too much stuff. So first let's fill here these gaps, and I want to go with the lights on, lights off, building big A, building big B, and the antenna collection is here. Let's start here with the let me make here a little bit more room with the lights on thing buildings. So let's use something like 0.01, and let's do the same thing here again, and we want to scale up this one to 5.5. Now we can see that here is something going on. I want to make the same density here for the big A and big B, but we want to scale this to 2.4. And maybe let's change here the seat of these buildings a little bit. And now let's go here into the material preview so we can see a little bit more. We want to add here the big building B as well. So let's make this here now. And yeah, let's add here some antennas stuff. So let's go with a 0.3 and antenna scale 0.6. Maybe we can make our camera now for the first shot out of the window. So let's change the camera coordinates to 0, minus 4.8. I want to go with 0.9, change this to 90 and 0. And I want to go with a focal length of 90 millimeters. And let's make a camera shift to 0.08. Let's change here the clip end as well, so we can see the whole city later. Let's change this one to 500. Maybe we can change the plane a little bit down to something like -8. So we're having a little bit more the look over the city. So that is this one. And now we can go ahead and make some more stuff here with the city. Now I'm here in the edit mode and I want to make a loop cut. So press Ctrl and R, and then you will get here a line in the center. Press Escape, and now we want to bring this into the Y, which will be 150. And now when we are going into the face mode by pressing 3 or this one here, this button, we can select here, maybe when we turn this off here, or into the solid mode, we can select here this part. And when we are now go in pressing the E button to extrude, now you can see that the whole city stuff will go with the extrusion, which is really cool. And I want to bring in this here to something like 65. And now we want to make another loop cut. Maybe let's turn this off here. When we are pressing Ctrl R, press here into the object, press Escape and bring this to 60. And now when we are selecting here, this face again, and press E again, and we will put here the city over here, over. Yeah, we have a upside down city now, which is I think really cool. Yeah, let's jump here into the first rendering mode, and as you can see, we have some little light going on, which is already cool, but I think we can improve this a little bit more. First of all, let's add here the materials for the room. So let's jump right into the shading here, and we have already added here a material. Maybe let's change this name to black. It's a really easy material setup here. So we want to bring in this into a black color and change a little bit the roughness here. 0.3, nothing fancy, and I think that is here our material. So we can put this here on the floor, and here for the geometry node window as well, we can select here in the set material node this material now, so everything is a little bit darker now. And we want to change here in the world properties the color to black as well. So the environment is not really bright, so that is what we want here now. And now we can start with with our light. So maybe let's start here now this window light. Yeah, this window light is our scene light here now. Let's start here with the position of the light, and this one should be here in the 0. And because we want to use an area light, so let's change this to area light, we want to make a rotation of 0, 180 and 0. And we can change this here to a bluish color, something like this. And I want to change this from this to rectangle, and let's increase the size to 5.52. So you can see this a little bit more, and I want to change the Y to 0.11. It's obvious that we are on Eevee here now, so we can add here the effects, which will be ambient occlusion, bloom, and some screen space reflections. So we can see here Now the reflection is a little bit cooler. We can go ahead here and increase the power of this one. I want to go with 12,500, a little bit more high. So now we have this cool light here under the window. Now let's go ahead and bring in some other lights, which will be another sunlight. Yeah, the first sunlight should be a little bit more orangey. I think something like this is cool. And I want to go with the strength of 2. Add here the shadows, which is cool. Contact shadows is cool as well. We want to leave all the settings and go to the object properties. Now we want to change the rotation to 62 by 27 and 800. Now we are having here this light coming from the right, and I want to make another sunlight. Let's duplicate this one and change this sunlight to minus 280, 205 and 277. And now we're having lights here on the ceiling. To improve a little bit more the depth here, let's create some fogginess. So we have to create a cube. Let's rename this one here to fog. And this cube should be 82 by 70 by 9. And I want to put this here to 97 by minus 8.8. So let's see when we're adding here now the texture of or the material of this one here. Yeah, we want to add here the material, which is material fog. Let's delete the principal BSDF and search for volume scatter. Bring this one in here. And I want to change this here to a grayish color. Maybe let's change here to render mode again. And as you can see here, we're having some stuff going on. I want to change the density to 0.05. So we are having here a little bit of fog going on, but not so heavy. So let's change the anisotropy to 0.45. Yeah, and I want to duplicate this fog thing again and bring this one here now to another position and another scale. I want to change the Z to 45, a little bit bigger. And yeah, bring this a little bit up to 117 and 17. That was this tutorial, and if you like my stuff, check out and subscribe my channel. And if you want to support me, check out my Gumroad and Blender Market page. See you there, and bye.